times 51. $478 a day. Good God.
Cryptoslo, cryptocurrency news and investing.
Cryptoslo with more crypto gains, 1,000% gains. Yes, you heard it right. 1,000%. So let's talk about this. Is it sustainable? And a quick tutorial flow. And I will be doing some testing. YFV, the YFV value token. So YFV is a yield farming token with about a 2 million-ish supply. And first and foremost, there have been a lot of YFF, XY, XY. There's been a ton of these. Now, what makes this special is it's had some growing pains. There was some kind of exploit in the original pool. But at this point, it is showing that YFValue is audited and looks legit, and there is a lot of money in it. And as I just had on there, the token is off the charts. $49 for this token. So in essence, this is like YFI, which had its meteorologically rise to, I think it's 35,000 today, 38,000. So the question is YFV going to be the next YFI? I don't know. But what I can definitely say is I want in on the action. So let's go to it. So going to the home page, YFV.finance, you're presented with this basically list of tokens and what the returns are. So as you can see, as I said in the video, 1,000% APR, and that is on the link balancer pool. So basically the way this works is you have to stake on the balancer pool, okay? And then you stake your balancer pool token, which is your liquidity position, onto Yearn Finance, okay? This concept is a little complicated. Now, I will preference, this is an expensive operation to set up. Depending on gas fees, it could be $100, $200 in fees. So make sure it makes sense for you to go into it. Today, I am going to do about 1,000 link in the link balancer pool. So even though you're on the page, you basically can click on this, and this will make sure that you're going to the correct pool. So let me state, step 1 is going to the correct balancer pool, okay? So let's start there. So I'm going to go ahead and link onto the balancer pool, and then you're just going to click this arrow, and this will take you to the correct pool. Now you get this warning, and once again, not financial advice. This token YFV is not yet whitelisted. I do think it is in the approval process, but at this point it is not whitelisted. So, okay, we got that out of the way. So proceed with risk. There is risk of moving your balancer token off of the balancer pool because in essence you're staking it on a third party. So step 1, you go to the balancer pool. You want to make sure you have some wrapped ETH, and or if you want to use a single asset, just use the asset that you're going to go into. So I'm going to hit add liquidity. As you can see, I have about 957 link. I'm going to go ahead and go to single asset, and I am going to max that out. Now, if you haven't already, you may have to unlock the token. Now, this is the 98.2 pool, which basically means that some of my single asset, which is Link, will be converted into the 2% equivalent YFV. So this is 98% YFV, 2%, 98% Link, 2% YFV. So to me, this is the lowest risk level because I want to keep my Link as close to myself as possible. So I do that. balance. Like I said, it's already unlocked. I hit max. I hit add liquidity. As always, there's going to be slippage. Gas fees are pretty astronomical at the moment. It's a cost of doing business. Going to go ahead and hit that. That should confirm in about 24 seconds. All right, well, that is over there grinding around. I'm going to show you. You want to add the BPT. So you add your liquidity, and then you're getting a BPT token, which is a placeholder for your liquidity in the pool. So going back over to YFV Finance, I'm going to go on Home, going to go back down to the link balancer pool, click on this, and go back to the pool. I'm trying to get this on a separate screen. You'll understand my method to my madness. All right, it loaded. So what you can see is this pool at the top is the contract address of the BPT token. So I'm going to go ahead and click that. And that's going to take me here to Etherscan. I click through on the token, and what you'll see is this is a BPT representation of the link pool. So I'm going to go ahead and hit copy, and then I'm going to go up to my MetaMask and click on assets and go ahead and add the token. Okay. All right. So now my placeholder in the balancer pool will show up basically once my liquidity is added. Okay, so remember, the BPT represents your liquidity, so we're going to let this grind away. All right, that is confirmed. Successfully added liquidity. Okay, and that says 410,000. So the way you can check your liquidity is to hit remove liquidity and see how it's showing 0. So it just takes a minute to update. You can control F5 and refresh. All right, you can see it says 410K BPT. So if I go up into my wallet, I should see a representation of BPTs there. And as you can see, that is my balancer pool representation. Okay. So now we're going to go back to YFV Finance, and we're going to find our pool. And I'm going to click on the balancer pool, and it says my balance is updated. If it doesn't show, just hit Control F5. And then you're going to click on Farm. I'm going to max out my BPTs. I always round down just to make sure the transaction doesn't fail. And then I'm going to hit Farm. You're going to let this grind. Okay. Going to go ahead and accept the transaction. Always hit edit when you check transactions to make sure the system's not glitching and it's not like throwing some kind of weird error where you know, it's overpaying on gas. It's one of my tips. Okay, I noticed this the last time I did this. The first gas that popped up was low and it failed, and the second gas that popped up, and then it seems to go through pretty quickly. I don't know what it did. All right, so transactions confirmed. So currently 9.38, and YFV is $51 times 51, $478 a day. Good God. Oh man. So yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. Now, as you go, and then if you want to unfarm, you would unfarm, and this would remove your BPTs, and then you go back to balancer and basically, you know, collect your liquidity. So as this comes through, if you stay in there, you can hit claim rewards, and then, you know, but obviously you do it when it makes sense because of gas. So the question is this sustainable? I don't know. But in my opinion, it's worth a try. This is what I'm doing. I would consider this a higher risk implementation of yield farming, because anytime you're going outside of Balancer to a third party, you have to be careful. I know YFV Finance and a couple others had some drains, but like I said, so far this looks to be pretty darn legit. But like I said, sustainability wise, 1000%. Now, some of these other pools, KNC price, I'm just not really comfortable. I'm not a big KNC person because there's so many whale wallets, but I do like the fact that it's, you can do WETH 98.2, Link 98.2 in some of these pools, and it's definitely insane. Now, the question you may ask is, am I going to sell my YFV? That's a great question. Selling it as you go locks in the gains, but who knows how high the token could go. So you kind of have to balance that out, and then you could even hyper compound into the pool too if you wanted to get more complex. But the fees are going to be rather sizable, so just be careful with that. So if you have any questions, feel free to post them. But in a nutshell, going over this, find the pool that you want, click on it, go to the balancer pool, add liquidity, add the BPT, add this address of the balancer pool contract to your wallet assets. Okay. Right. And then go back, hit farm, stake your tokens, and then you start your yield farming. So that's it. So hope you enjoyed today's video. As always, this is Cryptoslo. If you're not talking gains, then we're not talking.